Hi. I'm back again for like the 100th time. The last time you see me, I think it's been like a year. The last time you guys saw me, I was pregnant in my first trimester. I was talking about my first trimester and I never got to my second or my third. I'm here to tell you that I did have my baby. He is 4 months, gonna be 5 soon. Now let's talk about where the heck I've been in the last year, because so much has happened, believe it or not. And I'm honestly just gonna like scrape the top. Of course, if you guys have any questions, if you guys want to go more in depth into any of the topics I'm going to talk about, feel free to leave a comment. Also, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to try to post every week. I said try, don't hold my word to it. But let's get to it, okay? Because I got a lot to share. I talked about my first trimester, and the second trimester was better. I did get a lot of my energy back, but I was still kind of like, my third trimester was the roughest. It was so hard. I could not wait. I just wanted to get the baby out. Once it hit, I believe it's 32 weeks or 36 weeks, I wanted the baby out. I was like, get him out now. I was in so much pain. And I literally mean so much pain. Between my daughter and my son's pregnancy, 1010% completely different. Completely different. And I was like, holy crap, I never want to have a boy. I never want to get pregnant again. Let me be honest with you. Never wanted to get pregnant again. I was just like, I quit. If I could quit, I would quit. I'm jumping the gun, so give me a second. Let's go back. My man stopped working in October, so he did stop working for 6 months. And we just were chilling at home with our child. Okay. In October, my daughter turned 2, and it was her 2-year checkup. On her 2-year checkup, they do these testing. They do it every time she usually goes into her thing. She didn't make any progress from her 1.5 to 2-year checkup, and she had 6 months and she did not make that much progress. So the doctor, her pediatrician, did refer her to the autism center. This is the first time I speak about it publicly. The only ones I know is like my mom, my sister, and his family. That's literally it. Nobody else knows besides maybe like 1 or 2 friends. That's about it. And it's just like vaguely. So that was in October. She did get a referral for the autism center. So we were like, okay, sounds good. So her next appointment wasn't available until December. In December, all the way in San Diego. We do live in the IE area in San Diego, like an hour-ish away. Luckily, my husband, my partner, Luis, he wasn't working, so we all went. And we did the assessment with her. To be honest, I want to say the assessment was kind of in conclusion? Is it in conclusion? Damn, there's a word for it. I don't remember. Point is, he couldn't come up with the answer. So she is technically on the suspicion of autism. There's no autism level 1, 2, or 3. It's not a concrete, no, she doesn't have it, but it's also not a concrete, she has it. Do you get me? It's literally suspicion. That was just a what the fuck. I kind of always suspected there was something going on with her because I'm honestly with her like every single day. I'm a stay-at-home mom, right? So I was just kind of like, damn, like I can see it, My Luis, he had a really hard time trying to come to terms with what was going on, especially because the results were still in the gray. I wanted black and white. To this day, we still don't know what it is. Okay, so yeah. So then they referred her to the ABA. They referred her to OT, which is occupational therapy. They referred her to speech therapy too. Okay, so take that in mind. That was in December. In January, we had to get our lives together because the baby was coming in February. So January came around. We tried to get everything as we possibly could together. We were not going to have a baby shower because my man's wasn't working. We didn't have extra money to throw a baby showers. But last freaking minute, we were like, damn, let's just do one. Super last minute. We literally planned it like maybe like a week or 2 weeks prior. Right? So we had the baby shower, hella last minute. The next day, I was again in a lot of pain. I was in so much pain. And I had to go shower at the main house. The walk from our house to the main house is literally not that far. It's probably like a 20-second walk. I'm not kidding you. It took me like 5 minutes to get to the damn house. It's sciatic nerve. and the sciatic nerve literally went through my whole back to my butt to my leg. Like, I could not walk. I was literally crying. I wanted to get carried or something. I don't know, right? I walk into the house literally crying because I needed to go shower. I was bawling, crying, just crying and crying and crying. I walked in, and when I walked in, my grandpa was in the living room. He literally basically had a heart attack. He said, "What happened?" He literally rushed to me. He grabbed me by my elbow. He goes, "Oh my God, are you okay? Like, what's going on? What's going on?" And he goes, "I'm gonna call your mom." He goes, Erica, like my mom. He goes, "Something's going on, like this and that." And I was like, "It's okay." Like, literally crying. I was like, "It's okay. Like, I'm just trying to walk." Right. And then I just hear him like, "Let's call the ambulance." I was like, "Oh Lord." I went into the shower. My mom like knocks on the door. She goes, "Hey, are you okay?" This and that. Long story short, I took a hot shower. I believe Luis tried to help me shower, but I was like, no, I just need to be alone. Like, I'm in so much pain. And I literally spent the rest of my day in bed. Like, I was crying. I could not freaking walk. It was probably the worst thing ever. Ugh. And I don't, because this never happened with me with my daughter, so I want to know if it's a boy thing. Like, did any mamas with boys, did you guys get sciatic nerve? Because that thing was, and I said, that alone literally made me not want to have any more kids. I'm not even kidding. They ended up changing the C-section, so if you guys don't know, now you know. Unfortunately, but fortunately, my kid, my son, or our son, and Luis share a birthday. Yep, born the same day. We didn't have a choice. It was a C-section. It was scheduled. They changed it and said, "Here you go." So yeah, so we spent my man's birthday at the hospital because we were giving birth. Like, recovery was a lot better. The delivery was a lot better. So that happened in February. This kid was a colicky baby for the first 2 months. We were not allowed to go out because of this. But wait, let's go back because I'm jumping once again. Let's go back to my daughter. So in December, we got the diagnosis. Okay, we got referrals. Cool. In January, we went to the occupational therapy, right? Because I wanted to get all of these appointments done before the baby came. Okay? Got to get going. Okay? January came. We did her occupational therapy. The occupational therapist said, she seems fine. She doesn't need occupational therapy. Okay, cool. Moving it along. Then we went to speech therapy. Okay, yeah, she needs speech therapy. 30 minutes twice a week. Okay, cool. So we'll try to figure how the fudge I'm going to bring her because at some point, my man's still not working. A good thing and a bad thing, obviously. So, okay, well, now I'm going to have to figure out how to bring her when he eventually goes back to work. Okay, cool. Then I had a meeting for ABA. So I go into the meeting and my kid is crying. She is crying. She doesn't know anybody. She doesn't know anything. We go into for like a tour. I did a tour, okay. And then 2 weeks later, take in mind, I had already given birth. I literally left the house less than a week. I went with my newborn baby, my man's, and my daughter to do her assessment for ABA. They were also kind of confused on the results of the suspicion. So she's doing minimum of therapy. She is doing therapy. It's called ABA, analytical behavioral analysis. Could be freaking wrong. Don't quote me. Okay, she does it Monday through Friday for 4 hours. If she misses a day, she has to make up those hours within that month. So we know damn right we're not missing a day. Okay, so now we have to go to ABA and we have to go to speech therapy. Unfortunately, ABA got in the way of speech therapy, so we ended up canceling speech therapy. ABA did tell me not to worry too much about it because she is going to get some of the speech at ABA. Okay, cool, got it. The month of February, I started taking her to speech therapy with my newborn baby, with my man's. If he worked, I took him by myself. I couldn't, I 2 kids, freshly out of the bed of the C-section table, taking my baby to her speech therapy. March came around. We got the call. Hey, there's availability. She starts, and you got to prove from your insurance. She starts tomorrow. Cool. 12 to 4. Get your ass here. Okay, cool. Mid-March, that was the start of it all. Mid-March, we started taking her to ABA, 12 to 4. Monday through Friday. And that has been our life since. And then May came around. And then my man started working in April. So yes, if you're wondering, he did basically take 6 months off of work with no pay. Anyways, now it's April. And we're like he started working, thank God. And now it's May. Drama happened where we used to live. I would call it drama. Some people would call it shit. Doesn't matter. Point is, we wanted to move. I made a decision like in a snap of the fingers. We're out of here. I don't have a job. My man just started working. Don't matter, we're leaving. And yeah, within literally the beginning of May, within a month, in less than a month, we found a place, we moved our stuff, and we started living in our new house. My mom and my sister joined us, so we do share a house with my mom and my sister. It's such a better space, like so much bigger, so much better. Literally, as soon as we moved in here, I can tell you this 1010%. Everyone's mental health became so much better. Everyone is so much happier. There's no animosity. There's no nothing. We're all good vibes here, literally, and it's what we needed. And I'm very thankful and happy that situation not happy that kind of got brought up, but I'm happy that we were able to move into a better living situation. So yes, my daughter is still going to ABA. I do have parent enrichment, is what they call them, every 2 weeks. ABA she's going for is 6 months only. After the 6 months, she has to get reevaluated. I did ask the therapist or the person I have the parent enrichment with, how is she looking? She goes, she's gonna need another 6 months. She goes, people usually don't get out of here until they go to school. And that kind of put me in, like, I was like, wait, what? Like, I was so confused because it makes me feel like they just want the kids there. Take in mind, we live at least 45 minutes away, 30 minutes if we're lucky with no traffic, 45 if there is traffic, to the therapy session. And it's 12 to 4. I'm not gonna drive at there, drop her off at 12, and then drive home and get here like around 12:30, 12:45. I'm not gonna do it, and then drive back. I have a kid that needs feeding at specific times, a boy, and that just doesn't work for me. So sometimes if Luis can't pick her up, then I will wait for her at ABA for 4 hours. Yes. Sometimes I go out, which is why you guys see me going out here and there. Sometimes I just sit in the car and I read. Sometimes be like, how do you read so much? Because I literally sit in the car for almost 4 hours just reading or playing with my baby if he's sleeping or he needs playtime, waiting for my daughter. It's a routine. We have a routine now every day, Monday through Friday. That's where my life is at right now. She's still under the suspicion of autism because from the time she started to where she's out, she's progressed. It would be completely different if she wasn't progressing, if she was still like, you know, at the beginning, then they would say like, yeah, she definitely is autistic because she's not progressing in any of the criteria. And since she is progressing in the lessons, so they're kind of like, yeah, it's still suspicious because we still don't know. And yeah, that's literally been my life in the last year. Gave birth, literally almost felt like I almost died. Not through the pregnancy, not the birth. Postpartum was kind of rough, but I couldn't really process anything because it was like a go, 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 go. My daughter needs me. I need to go take care of her stuff, but I also have a baby that I need to take care of. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise because my daughter being in therapy for 4 hours gives me at least those 4 hours to bond with my baby. Does that make sense? So it depends on how you want to look at it. I will do anything for my kids. If my kids need that therapy, I'm going to take them. I don't care. If my son needs something, I'm going to take him. I don't care. That's one thing about me is when it comes to my kids, I don't mess around. Okay? My man started working again. Thank the freaking Lord. Me still here complaining and crying and kicking and screaming like a toddler. And yes, that is my life in the last year. I'm trying to focus on myself, so I've been posting a lot more on social media, doing things that I love, my crafts, reading, because I get lost so much in the kids that I lose myself. So I'm just kind of always like struggling mentally. And honestly, doing these little things like videos and like TikTok, it helps me so much. But yes, that has been my life. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, if you want me to go into depth into anything that I literally talked about, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe. It would help me out a lot. The reason why I'm also posting is because I hit 500 subscribers. And I did say once I hit 500 subscribers, I was going to start posting. And here I am. Posting again. Yep. So yeah, that's my life.